Thank you all.
23 away.
How crazy? You got 18 rebounds?
She needs 23 more.
Alyssa, that's ridiculous.
You know who else is ridiculous? You.
And if y'all just
And I
make
only
sure
played
you
you
lean
7
into the
minutes
mics
more.
when you're answering, that would be fantastic.
Lean into the mic when you're answering.
Coach knows. She's a pro.
Oh, I've done this before. Guys, I'm so proud of you. Holy bananas.
Oh my gosh, thank you. You had 8, Alyssa.
Okay, thanks everybody. We're gonna go ahead and get started in here. Appreciate it. Joining us from North Carolina is head coach Courtney Banghart, along with student athletes Reniya Kelly and Alyssa Ustby. If you have a question, please raise your hand and we'll get a mic over to you. Please introduce yourself and provide the name of the media outlet you're representing. For those on Zoom, please use the raise hand feature if you have a question. We'll begin with an opening statement from Coach before taking questions from the room. So Coach, go ahead whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I mean, you guys were all treated to a really good college basketball game. There's no one who watched that game and didn't think these were two of the better teams in the country. Man, Florida State's formidable. They've got elite talent. They've got versatility. They've got great coaching. I mean, that's just a really tough team to beat. And we knew we were going to have to bring our best. And we did that. I felt like our guys really took care of they won it their way. And we talked about winning it our way. And what this group has become, every team sort of at this point in the season has their identity. And there's a toughness to this group and a togetherness to this group and a courage to this group that was on display tonight. So I'm really proud to be next to two of our guys that have been such a huge part of this team. And I'm sure they're ready to talk about what just happened.
Thank you, Coach. We'll go ahead with questions in the room. If we can hit Brendan on the front. Second in the front.
Brendan Potts, World Exposure Report. Hey, Coach.
Hi.
2 questions. One, you held Reniya Lawson to 13 points, including 1 point in the third quarter. What was the game plan? I know. We talked about allowing their last player to a low as well. So
yeah.
What was that game plan? And the big shot in the closing seconds. How proud were you to see her shoot that shot, especially after she missed the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, tough. Well, first thing, you said, what did I do? These guys get all the credit. This is Latson's a perennial top 2, top 3 WNBA draft pick if she came out this year, much less next year. And so what I did was try to give us a game plan that we could execute and asked our bigs to sort of be really crowdy, which meant our backside had to be really present. And then we needed a chest up. They do a lot of slipping. And so if you get to the ball screen coverage before the ball screen, you're going to be in trouble. And our guys just were totally locked in. We did a scout last night. We redid it this morning and kind of quizzed them on how we wanted to defend it, and they held it to a T. It's a really good player. And then your second question was how proud am I of Reniya Kelly? I mean, talk about a dog, right? She's been itching to play, but she's been leading this team from the bench, and to see her come in and be what we need when we need it, it's just Reniya Kelly. Right. This is, I think, one of the best point guards in the country. I thought that last year when I started her as a freshman. But she just continues to mature and continues to play to her personality, which makes our team better. So I'm super proud of her and really glad she's here.
We'll stay in the front on our right and then go to the front middle with RL.
Coach Skip Foreman with the News and Record of Greensboro. Multiple part question. Number one, for those of us who don't know, there was a factor of revenge in today's game, or something you had to get done and you did it. What set that in motion?
Well, the revenge was that Latson hit a game winner at our place. And so, that's at home, and that's a game winner after we thought we had played well enough to win. And we totally missed our coverage on that last possession. So the revenge was that it sits in their mouth. And then what did I do? I just sort of look Alyssa in the eye, and I say, do you remember? That's all you have to say to Alyssa, and then she takes care of the rest. And so she had her teammates totally prepared, ready, with playing with the urgency of a senior. That's really an Alyssa question, I think. Yeah, second.
You talked yesterday about Alyssa.
Yeah, she's good.
Basically browbeating you to get back on the court.
Yep.
Is Reniya the same way?
Oh, yeah. Reniya's a little bit more subtle about it, which sometimes it's like when your dad's mad at you, it's way worse than when your mom's mad at you. Alyssa's just in my face, and like Reniya just gives me that look, you know, and it's like, I know. But they also know that this team really wants to do something special in March. And so we trust our bench, and she needed the time that she needed to be better now. And it proved right. It was a hard decision. She wants to play every minute of her season, right? But she trusts us. She trusts our sport performance team, and she knows we're not holding kids out unnecessarily. You know, we're making sure that they're at their best when we need them.
We'll go to the front middle.
One more.
Can I toss it to RL, please? Thank you.
R.L. Bynum with Tar Heel Tribune. For all three of you, can you address the defense? You held Florida State to a season-low 56 points, and you're now 25-0 when you hold a team under 67. Can you talk about the defensive effort today, all three of you, please?
Alyssa first.
Yeah, our defensive effort really came from our preparation and our individual buy-in. I felt like we were always on the same page defensively, and when our five are feeling like that, we are a really hard team to score on, and we also carry a lot of pride with our defense. So we don't take it lightly when somebody scores on us. Like, we're frustrated, we're going to figure out why they scored on us, and we're going to fix it the next time down. That's just how competitive this group is.
Reniya, do you have anything to add?
No.
Coach, anything for you?
You know, I don't think this is one of the best offensive team, if not the best offensive team in the country. And 56 points and us rebounding 53 times is what was needed. Honestly, is what was needed. And super proud of them, because that's just not an easy team to hold the way that we did.
We'll go to the third row, please. Debbie. And then if we can get a mic, second row.
Debbie Stroman, Chapel Borough, WCHL. Can you speak to the defense specifically on Latson?
Yeah.
And also, Alyssa, it's pretty dangerous to say you want some smoke before the game. So you obviously had to have a lot of confidence. Can you speak to that comment prior to this game?
Go ahead, Liz, because you'll forget the question.
So those specific words actually never came out of my mouth. It was just, it's fine. Like, 'cause I'm all for it, but that's just kind of like what journalists do, looking for a story. And so I was like, great, you can run with it. But I was saying, when I was on live TV, they were asking me about the FSU matchup. And I was like, this is one that we're really looking forward to, because we lost on our home court in front of our friends, our family, our alumni, off of a buzzer beater. And that, again, this group is competitive, and we have pride, especially on our home floor. I was like, that hasn't sat right with us for so long. So to get another opportunity at a team like that, that's something that we really look forward to, and we're not going to take that opportunity for granted. So call it smoke, call it whatever, but we did have a lot of confidence because we knew our preparation would help us take care of it.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to love her, right? That's who she is, right?
Go to this second row, please.
She wanted to ask about Latson.
Oh, yeah.
Latson, like I said, we just wanted to make sure that we chested up on the ball. We've got great elite defenders, on-ball defenders, but we needed our second line to be also elite. So we wanted to be high in the gaps. We wanted our taggers, which is the backside D, to be really present and accountable, right? And so you're basically guarding 1.5 when Latson's on the team. Everybody, right? And our guys did that. I think when we watch that back, we'll be pleased about our angles the whole night. Whole day. I guess it's only the day still. Lord.
Megan Smith, the Daily Tar Heel. Reniya, you were 3 of 12 before that last minute when you made those 2 shots. What does that show about your trust in your shot and just how you're feeling coming back?
First off, like, I would risk my whole body to be on the court with my team. So my body told me I couldn't play, and I didn't play. I listened to my body, so, you know, it is what it is. But I'm going to trust the process. I'm going to trust the work that I put in with my shot. Obviously, I missed a lot of shots tonight, but that didn't, you know, down my confidence or, you know, made me hesitant about it. So I just kept shooting and trusted my work that I put in.
We'll go here.
Yeah, remember the baseline out of bounds?
Yeah.
Took it at the rim. I mean, she had 2 huge finishes in that game.
Yeah.
We'll go here in the third row, please.
Marissa Sesker, Hoops. That's Reniya. I'm just curious, what stat made you have that reaction as you were sitting down?
Huh? Oh,
Sorry.
You're good. You're fine. When you sat down, you kind of looked at the stat sheet and went, ooh, or whatever. What stat was giving you that reaction?
I just missed a lot of shots. And, you know, I just don't like missing a lot. But it's okay. I'm going to do better next game.
Her rebound.
Yeah. Like, oh, yeah, Alyssa. She had How many? 18 rebounds, and Maria had 16. Like, that's ridiculous.
I know we didn't have a
Like,
ton of O boards, but still between me and Maria, almost 10 O boards.
Like,
that's why we keep encouraging like our guards to shoot, because her and I love to crash for rebounds. Sometimes, like you probably have seen.
You gave her over.
Yes.
So yeah,
it's a two-way thing.
yeah.
We'll go fourth row in the center to Aaron, please.
Aaron Beard with the AP. This is for Courtney.
Yeah.
We've been asking you minute-by-minute updates on your injured players before this tournament.
Yeah.
I know that you're focused on winning games, but there is a big picture about hosting and being healthy going into the tournament. I'm curious, can you at least take a breath to be a little bit of a sigh of relief that they're on the court, they're playing, and you guys are whole again?
Absolutely, yeah. I trusted them. I trusted them that we can. We'll be able to host. You just got to have to get to that semis, right? And they did, and that's another top quad one win. It's against one of the best teams in the country. I think our work has spoken for itself. A lot of credit to our bench. They've also been what we've needed while these guys have rested. But yeah, full strength for any team this time of year is rare, and we're certainly glad to be back to full strength.
Go second in on the front row, please. Front row. Yeah, thank you.
Hi, Michael Coe, WCHL, chapelboro.com. Courtney, Alyssa took that really hard fall in the second half, fell right on her shoulder, but I don't believe she came out for the entire rest of the game. What can you say about her toughness, especially coming back from an extended absence like she had?
Big time. I mean, she played really hard, 36 minutes, really hard, only her second game back. This program for 5 years has gotten a rare treasure in getting a kid like Alyssa who will do anything for her team. This college basketball, you can say what you want about it, it's never going to be about anything besides the players who play it and those that support it. And for everyone who watches Alyssa Ustby play, it's a treat. And I've gotten to do it every day for 5 years. And so I'm thrilled for you guys that you get to see that toughness, because we see the so exhausted at times and she still runs. We see that offensive tip out on the free throw yesterday when she was tired, but she's a treasure. And, I think those who've played with her and those who've coached her and those who've watched her, that's the word you think of when you think of Alyssa.
Thanks,
We've got time for a few more in here, and then we'll send you all back to the locker room as well. If we can go second row in the gray.
Cade Shoemaker with the Daily Tar Heel. Courtney, first quarter there was 7 different scores from Carolina, and then 4 different in double figures. How dangerous is this team when you have such balanced scoring?
Big time. We got to win our way, and that's how we're going to do it, right? And we got to respond to how they're defending. I thought we picked on matchups well. I thought we trusted each other well and continued to go to Reniya and Maria, 2 of our kind of main horses. So yeah, you have to win your way. You don't win 27 games by mixing up who you are all the time. And these guys stuck to who they are. We have a shot differential that's pretty spread out because that's what the game calls for.
Go to Lindsay on the left.
Alyssa, you are, in many ways the face and the heart of this team, and you love the school so much. What is the drive to get to host meant to you, and how do you feel about what you've accomplished?
Yeah, this drive to host has been something that has been really my center focus for a long time when it comes to the opportunity to do it, because of the community that we have back in Chapel Hill. There are so many families with kids and all these supporters that we have. And as somebody that is trying her best to lead this group, I just want to give it back to the people that continue to fill Carmichael and to make playing basketball at this school such a special experience. So I've always felt a sense of pride, and I've been trying to take responsibility of getting that opportunity to bring it back home to Chapel Hill.
I almost, just real quick, add to that, I really thought about starting her in senior night, even though she wasn't cleared necessarily, because I wanted her to get that ovation one more time. And I looked at a couple of our guys, and I was like, you have to find a way to host. You have to keep winning so that kid can have 2 more chances to get that.
We'll go in the back center, and then RL in front center will be our last question in here.
Yeah, Brian Murphy with WRL. Coach, two quick ones. I know you don't know who you're going to play, but can you talk about the possibility of playing NC State here in the state in a semifinal, what that would mean? And then tied 54-54, did you draw up a play for Reniya? Is that what happened? And then, what were you looking for? And she obviously made the shot.
Yeah, the first question is, it'd be great if the ACC wants to give a cut of the tickets to the two schools because we're doing you all a favor here, having two North Carolina schools if NC State is to advance. And then Reniya, yeah, I mean, I felt like to get to 54, we were able to go to Alyssa on an ISO to the high post. We were able to get Indy on a rip and go, and it was time for Reniya to do what she does. So yeah, we drew up both of those for her, and it makes me look really smart when she makes them.
We'll take our last one front and center.
Hey, Reniya, how have the last few games been having to sit? You missed a few your freshman year, but was it tougher this time because you were playing so well and you've been such an integral part of this team?
Oh, it was very depressing, to say the least. Like, I really want to, play with my team and go to war with them every night. So just to be on the bench was really, sad for me, but I did cheer them on, every time. But I've been working to trying to get back, and now I'm back, and, it's time to win games.
Okay, thank you.
How about our 17-year-old making those big free throws?
Lainey, shout out Lainey.
She should be in class today in
Shout
high
out Lainey
school,
Grant.
but she made 2 big free throws.
Yeah,
So. Thanks, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you all. There's about 15 minutes left in UNC's open locker room, so please head back that way, and we'll have Florida State in here momentarily.